In a sun-drenched California kitchen, where a chef's knife gleamed beside a tablet humming with possibilities, lived two culinary explorers named Alex and Jamie. Their kingdom was not of stone and mortar, but of stainless steel and silicon. They believed the next great American dish lay not in a grandmother's recipe box, but in the boundless imagination of artificial intelligence. "Every state has its pride," Alex declared one morning, her voice full of ambition. "The buttery lobster rolls of Maine, the deep dish pizza of Chicago, the smoky brisket of Texas. But what if we could capture a state's essence, its spirit, its inside jokes, its landscape in a single, outrageous bite?" Jamie, ever the pragmatist with a spark of mischief in his eyes, tapped his tablet. "Let's ask the oracle. Let's ask an AI to become a state fair food vendor. The prompt is simple. Create the most over-the-top, quintessentially, state name food imaginable for a state fair. Go big or go home." And so, they queried the digital muse. The results poured in, each more gloriously unhinged than the last. For Texas, the AI dreamed of the Lone Star Nebula, a brisket burnt ends stuffed calache, wrapped in a jalapeno cornbread waffle cone, drizzled with Dr. Pepper bourbon glaze, and dusted with edible gold dust shaped like the state constellation. "It's not a snack," Jamie read aloud. "It's a prophecy." For Florida, the algorithm, perhaps fed on too many headlines, presented the Sunshine State Shenanigans Sundae, a key lime pie base, topped with orange sorbet, gator tail chili crunch, made from crispy chicken, a lightning bolt of mango coulis, and a tiny umbrella stuck in a pineapple chunk wearing sunglasses. "It's chaotic," Alex laughed. "It's perfect. It's Sioux Florida." For New York, it envisioned the metropolis on a stick, a everything bagel, crusted pizza dumpling, impaled on a stylized skyline skewer, with alternating layers representing boroughs, a tiny dot of Brooklyn hot sauce, a white cheddar Manhattan cheese sphere, a Queens-inspired floral edible garnish. But when they reached their home state of California, the screen seemed to glow brighter. The AI had synthesized every stereotype, trend, and aspiration of the Golden State into a single, terrifyingly beautiful creation. It was named the Cali-Mexi-Cali-Fornia Dream Stack. The image showed a tiered tower. The base, a sushi rice patty, shaped like a surfboard. Upon it rested an avocado mousse dome, wrapped in a sheet of nori like a tiny green blanket. Piercing through this was a crispy, spiral-cut sweet potato sun. Balancing precariously on top was a single, perfect sphere, a donut hole filled with artisanal coffee cream, rolled in crushed almond sand, and topped with a microscopic edible gold leaf and one solitary edamame. A zigzag of sriracha aioli and a drizzle of organic agave completed the vision. The description read, "A sustainable, gluten-aware, fusion-forward handheld experience celebrating Pacific Coast, biodiversity, and innovation." Alex and Jamie stared. It was ridiculous. It was ambitious. It was so extra. They knew they had to make it real. The kitchen became a laboratory. "We need umami from the sea, creaminess from the earth, crunch from the farm, and sweetness from the sun," Alex proclaimed, channeling the AI's inexplicable poetry. They forwent the surfboard shape as a structural nightmare and opted for a round base. The sushi rice was seasoned not just with vinegar, but with a hint of lime and cilantro. The avocado mousse was whipped with a touch of jalapeno for a levanton, a little lift. The sweet potato sun was the first true challenge. Jamie tried spiralizing and air frying. "It's a tasty brown noodle, not a sun," he grumbled. Finally, he thinly sliced rounds, used a cookie cutter for a sunburst shape, and baked them until they were crisp, golden rayos de sol. The donut hole was a quest of its own. The coffee cream had to be robust but not bitter. The almond sand was just finely crushed almonds, but it added the perfect texture. The single edamame on top became their proudest detail, a tiny green jewel. Assembly was a tense ballet. The rice base, the delicate avocado dome, the careful placement of the sweet potato sun so it stood proud. Using a chopstick, they made a tiny pilot hole for the donut hole sphere to sit. With tweezers, Alex placed the gold leaf and the edamame. Jamie applied the sauces with a painter's precision. They stood back. There it was, a wobbling, bizarre, beautiful tower of flavors that should not have existed. It looked like a modern art sculpture you weren't sure you could touch. The first bite was a symphony of confusion that somehow resolved into harmony. The cool, spicy mousse against the warm, tangy rice. The crunch of the sun against the pillowy donut. The sweet agave and the spicy aioli. It was sweet, savory, spicy, creamy, and crunchy all at once. "It's shockingly good," Jamie said, his mouth full. "It's more than that," Alex replied, a look of wonder on her face. "It's a love letter and a parody. It's us trying to be healthy and indulgent, global and local, innovative and basic, all at the same time. The AI didn't just make a food, it made a mood, it made a vibe." They shared the creation with their neighbors, filming their reactions. There were grimaces that turned to surprised raises of the eyebrows. There was laughter. There were questions, "What am I eating?" followed by, "Can I have another bite?" In the end, the tower toppled, as all impossible dreams eventually do. But in its creation, Alex and Jamie discovered something. The future of American food wasn't about machines replacing chefs. It was about the chef and the algorithm going on a road trip together, the AI as the wildly imaginative, slightly unhinged friend shouting crazy ideas from the back seat, and the human as the driver who knows how to actually get them to the state fair, navigating the real-world potholes of physics, taste, and gravity. The final shot was not of the perfect tower, but of the messy, joyful kitchen, and two friends laughing, already planning their next prompt. The quest for the ultimate American bite was endless, and that was the point. The fair was always open.